Welcome to Countdown Late.
Thanks, Al.
It's been like nearly 5 years since your last album came out, New Jersey. First of all, hats off, chapeau for your new one. What happened? You toured the world for about 8 consecutive years. Did you like pass out or what?
Almost. After 4 consecutive albums and tour in a row, and in the good 7, almost 8 years of living out of a suitcase, we were tired. We were really tired. Our tours are pretty extensive. They last 200 plus shows each tour, and we really needed a break, and we planned a break, and we wanted to get away for a while. And once we did, it lasted about 2 years. The respective solo projects and all the side gigs, we got it back together.
Yeah. But a lot of fans were wondering. You got millions of fans all over the world. Nothing happened. Nobody ever heard a word from Bon Jovi. And Richie, did you get a lot of letters from fans writing what is going on here?
I think that everybody was wondering what was going on. We were so tired. We weren't really communicating at that point too much. Everybody needed to go find their respective lives. You know what I mean? Like come down to earth and be a normal person for a little while again.
Like you lived in hotels for 8 years, and you didn't even know what home was, right? Something.
Just about, you know what I mean? You're living out of a suitcase. You get to a situation where, you dial 9 every day to get an outside line. You go home and you'd still dialing 9, and you go, wow, I got to get out of this.
I had to go buy a home, man. I didn't have one.
What exactly happened when you decided to take leave of absence? I mean, you guys fell out of an airplane and never saw each other again, or what?
Well, no. At first, it was pretty much like that. I mean, we played the way we ended the New Jersey tour. No one ever said I quit or you're fired or anything like that. But we played 2 stadium shows in the same day. And you're playing to 50,000 kids each show in one day. I mean, that's the kind of burnout we were having. And when it was over, we never said goodbye. We just, everyone caught different airplanes at different places and went to sleep for a while.
You guys felt like rock and roll robots?
I don't think the shows suffered, but your life was non-existent.
Yeah.
And so we just did different things for a while until your brain cleared.
Yeah. Did you also feel that your performance went down from the fatigue and everything?
That's what didn't suffer.
Yeah.
That was the only thing that didn't. It was like that was your only salvation. That was the only thing left to save you.
Yeah. So then came this the new era. Is this Bon Jovi phase 2?
The 90s.
It's different. It's a very, very, very good album. I like it a lot.
Thanks, Al.
How did you guys, decide to pick it up again? And also, I think you told people you're going to embark on a tour again this spring.
January, it starts in the States, and we're going to be working forever. But we just came back into it with a clear head, knowing that this was the second chapter, and we're that much older and more experienced now to come back with the new album. Of course, it was going to be somewhat different. At least you'd hope it would be, being 4 years down the road.
Yeah. So you guys more or less conquered each other again. You know each other again, and you guys are more close as a band now.
Yeah, the break was very refreshing. It's like any relationship after being together in very close quarters for like 8 years. Everybody needed a break from each other. You're allowed to have an argument or a dispute here and there, no problem. The break was very healthy for our band. Made us come back now with a good hunger.
You're making like one album every 2 years since until '88. Is this going to change? Are you going to make one album a year now?
Well, I think that our tours last longer than a year, but come to think of it, we made more in '84, '85, '86, '88, and then the solo albums were '90 and '91, and now '92. I think now the tour will last all of '93 and part of '94.
Yeah.
So who knows when the next album will be.
You also got rid of a lot of people, executives, lawyers, managers. Are you doing this on your own now?
Pretty much. We're just, we have a team of people that have been with us and some new faces, and we're just out there doing what we do, playing.
Hi, I'm David Bowie, and you're watching Countdown, Europe's #1 rock show.